some task, or why we didn't do something, or all these things. We can really beat ourselves up. But whatever you do, catch yourself and just really concentrate on some success you have in that. And we all have. You know, we've all graduated from school. We've all had, most of us, successful careers of some kind. Think about the good times. You know, don't let yourself dwell on a whole lot of unhappy points. Think about, hey, things like school awards. I'm sure everybody, I wasn't the top of the class in many classes, but I did receive a few awards. I remember even, I think it was about the second grade that I won the spelling bee. And I think that's the last time I was ever good at spelling. It was one of the challenges I ever had. And I say, God bless you, Mr. Microsoft, for putting a spell checker on Word. Because now I don't have to get up every time and pull down the dictionary to see, because I'm not. But I did it was something nice. You remember, if you're a golfer or a bowler or any other ball player or something like that, there was probably some time that you really excelled at your sport. You really were way above what you thought was your average. And, you know, you can remember those kind of things. So recall the moments of success and happiness, and don't let your mind dwell on the negative things. And you'll be a whole lot happier, and you'll have a whole lot brighter sparkle in your smile. The K in sparkle is keep it simple. Keep it simple. I remember that was one of the things I learned in school, in accounting and the algebra classes and things like that. The teacher saying, don't put a lot of extra data into the question, the problem that isn't in the question. Don't start adding things to it. Just read what's in the question and answer the question that's asked. It was another thing that they said in the salesmanship class. A few years ago, I was investing in real estate, so I went out and got a real estate license. And the trainer at the real estate firm that I had, he said, never answer a question that hasn't been asked. As you may give an answer they didn't want to hear. So don't ever add things to the problem that isn't there. Just keep it simple. That's true with all kinds of things. If you're going to volunteer for doing a job, don't. I mean, you can go in and make suggestions, but if you're asked to do something, do the work that you were asked to do, and then if you want to make suggestions, that's fine, but don't start doing a lot of extra things because maybe they don't want to done. And that's always a challenge with volunteering. I remember in the Army, when I was down at Fort MacArthur and had been inducted, and we were out in the parade ground, and the sergeant said, does anybody here take shorthand? And a couple of guys raised their hand. He said, okay, get over to the kitchen. They're shorthanded on KP. So sometimes it's not always the best to volunteer for it. That just came to my mind. I remember that. Long time ago. Have a time plan. If you have a time plan for what you're going to do during the day, you're going to make your day a lot simpler. And that's also eliminating clutter. This is the challenge that I have. Trying to find the things I need for the job I want to do. I put things back where they belong. I'd eliminate a lot of problems in my life. And I keep my life a whole lot simpler. The L in sparkle is look, listen, and learn. You know, just be aware. Be aware of your life, what's going on around your life. I know the other day we were going out someplace, and Gene says, drive over by Loyola. The trees are in bloom there. And have all these trees, and I can't remember the name of it, all the ones with the beautiful purple flowers. Jacarandas. Jacarandas, yes, thank you. So we drove over and down the street that goes into the university. It's all lined with jacaranda trees. And she wanted to take a picture. And she did. And I thought, you know, I've driven by this a dozen times. I never even saw it. I never even paid any attention to it. And there it goes. It's beautiful at this time of year. So how many things do we miss when we're not aware of what's going on? And listening. You know, be aware of all the sounds. And sometimes they annoy us, but I remember I had an uncle who was an engineer on the Rock Island Railroad. And we'd say, how can you stand that sound all the time? He said, it's music. Clickety-clack, and the roar of the engine. It was music to it. Well, every sound in this earth is music to somebody. And if we just pay attention, we might find a lot of sounds that really meaning to us. And then another thing, I remember Mark Twain saying, who wrote, when you're talking, you ain't listening. You're not learning when you're talking. When you're talking, you're not learning. You know, so God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth, which some people say we ought to listen twice as much as we talk, and we probably learn a whole lot more. And because there are lessons that we can learn from all our senses if we're just aware. Because every challenge we face gives us something to learn. And the E is enthusiasm. Be enthusiastic. You know, enthusiasm is an attitude. It's just an attitude towards life. It's being alive, aware, and awake to everything around us. I know somebody said, well, they went to a football game and their team scored a touchdown and they're all excited and they're up there and cheering, and then all of a sudden the other team scored 2 touchdowns and everybody's down. Well, that's excitement, but enthusiasm is going to the football game and enjoying it. Even if the other team's doing better than your team, enjoy the skill that those players have. Enjoy what's going on in your life. Just knowing that you're in charge of your life and you can make it whatever you want to make it is being enthusiastic. And enthusiasm is from the Greek, enthu being God, theo, and theastic is feeling. So it's being enthusiastic is feeling the presence of God. And we can do that when we sing our songs. We can do that when we're associating with other people. Whatever we're doing, just making our life good because we're helping others by demonstrating that enthusiasm. So that's the spark. Spend quality time, pray expectantly, attempt something new, recall moments of success and happiness, keep it simple, look, listen, and learn, and be enthusiastic, and you will add sparkle to your life.